Hello everyone, Kevin Hunter, the Homework Guy, here today with the amazing Elizabeth, the Homework Gal. Today, Liz, you're the frequently requested person by car buyers to help them buy a car because your negotiating skills are legendary. Viewers have asked for some negotiating power tips from you with this current car market, so no matter what state the buyer is in, we're here to deliver. By the way, friends, we have a huge surprise announcement at the end that's going to blow the lid off the car market this year. If you're envious of how easy it is for people to buy a Tesla and you'd like to buy your new car that way, well, that's what I'm talking about this year, this season. More on that at the end.
Well, Kevin, the channel is called the Homework Guy for a reason. So today I'm going to start by educating people on a very critical area of homework that I rely heavily upon at any time I visit a dealership. This is especially relevant in the current car market, but we'll get to that in a moment. To start, I'd like to give you the top 3 categories that I focus on when negotiating at a car dealership. There's always a first logical place to start, and that always has been the price of the car.
The price of the car makes a lot of sense.
Yes, but especially right now, all car buyers should get a written out the door price from the dealer before they go in to sit down and talk the final details. And yes, some dealers will try to resist you giving you a written response for an emailed out the door price request, but legally they must respond to a written price request also in writing. You can cite the law to push them, but that's the stick method. I have found by adding a little carrot on my email, they tend to comply as asked, and they do it easier and faster. I just say, I'm likely to be interested in what your finance office has to offer if I decide to purchase this vehicle from you. This usually whets their appetite because they think I'm playing into their hand. So, first and foremost, it's the out-the-door price of the car I start with. Then, since I already have the out-the-door price in my hand when I get there, I typically do not let the salesman come out with something known as the Foursquare. If he or she does that, I show them my out-the-door email and I politely say, I've already covered that and I'm not interested in doing it again. If you don't know what it is, a Foursquare can often be the preferred negotiating tool for some dealers because it takes the focus off the price of the car.
That's right.
It's designed to distract and confuse you. But I'm not interested in distraction tactics at this point. I'm focusing on the bottom line price of the car before taxes and mandatory state fees. That absolutely has to be nailed down with no wiggle room. My second focus moves on to a trade-in, negotiated separately if I do intend to trade my current vehicle. However, as you know, Kevin, I don't often trade, but I rather sell private party because I always get so much more for my car that way. And you know what? It also feels good to help a buyer out there in need. In that case, there's no trade to worry about. Kevin, I know you generally don't trade either. Instead, you've donated your vehicles for the past 3 years.
Yes, that's kind of been my mojo. Just donate my vehicle to a needy family or person or a charity that I happen to like.
Yep, very generous of you. But for those of you who do plan to trade your vehicle, that's fine. Before you go to the dealership, I recommend you start at kbb.com. With the VIN and miles, you can get a Cali Blue Book cash offer. Besides the cash offer, you'll also get follow-up emails from area dealers with offers that will often exceed the KBB cash offer. If you're not sure how to do this, go back and watch our video titled Determined Fair Market Price on Any Used Car with KBB Cash Offer. See that video and then have that printout and the follow-up emails from dealers in your hand when the time comes for you to visit that dealer. It gives you a baseline to negotiate your trade.
So number 2, if you're trading in a vehicle, negotiate the trade, get a KBB cash offer to help you out.
Yes, the final part of my negotiation is focused on how I plan to pay for the car. Oh, it's true that most dealers want you to finance, and some of our viewers can't stomach this part, so if you don't feel comfortable doing in-person cash buyer negotiations, I recommend you see the show we put out titled Cash Car Buyers Can Outsmart Dealers Using Their Own Business Model, Part 1 of 2. It works great.
So now we're at the third step, how you plan to pay.
Yes, my final step typically is to talk about how I'm paying, and yes, I generally do pay cash. Only once in my lifetime have I had a car loan, and I don't like having those car payments. People frequently ask us, how the heck does anyone pay cash for a car these days with prices so high? Good question, it might seem, but we do have tons of cash buyers on this channel.
A ton of them.
I personally won't buy a car right now at these inflated prices. Over time, anyone can become a cash buyer by being financially disciplined to never spend money on anything that's outside your capability to pay out of pocket.
So in other words, by staying out of debt, and I know some people don't like to hear that, but with some financial discipline, you make it possible to be a cash buyer over time.
Definitely. Now there's another component of the homework I do, and I'll refer to it as legal research, because you know dealers will be up to some kind of monkey business, and I don't want to get caught flat-footed. I want the law in my book of tricks. I've prepared an example here today, and it's about New York. Because out of all the states we hear the worst nightmare stories about, New York and New York City itself definitely tops the list.
Okay, let's go with New York. The Office of Attorney General in New York has been actively enforcing New York laws with dealers, and this conversation could really help our New York viewers.
Yes, but the New York example applies in a very similar way to pretty much any state, friends. I always do some legal research because it covers my back and gives me negotiating confidence at the dealership. Whatever state you're in, always research consumer protection laws and print them out and just take them with you. Unfortunately, cars are priced high right now, and there's not much that can be done about it if you really need a car. Price gouging can only be fought by your refusal to buy. But in the city of New York, there's a lot that can be done about all the add-ons and fees that dealers try to force upon you. By doing this research step on behalf of New York viewers that contacted me, I found this website put up by the city at nyc.gov, where New York car buyers can find a very cool document published by their own city government, the Used Car Consumer Bill of Rights. We'll put it up on the screen here for you to see. If you live in New York and you don't know that you have this Consumer Bill of Rights, you've been hurting yourself and you're letting dealers off the hook. City of New York dealers are actually required to give this to you.
Consumer Bill of Rights. I already like the sound of it.
Yeah. Friends, the Consumer Bill of Rights will not disappoint. It has many outstanding points. And what most viewers should know is that almost any law, ordinance, or regulation in one state likely has a sister law in another state. So what I'm saying is that you should take time to look for it in your city or state. Number 1 on the list of Consumer Bill of Rights says, you have the right to buy a car at the price advertised. It goes on to say, used car dealers must display prices on cars. A car dealer may not sell you a car at a price that is more than the advertised price quoted or posted on the car. The dealership cannot increase the price of the car just because you do not finance the car with the dealership.
Wow. And how often do car buyers hear that exact dealer claim where the dealer says, we have to charge you more because you're not financing with us? Happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So in New York, the dealer must sell you the car at the advertised price, and it doesn't matter if you use their financing or not.
That's right. Number 2 is standard stuff. It says you have the right to know the details of your financing agreement before you sign anything.
Standard common sense.
Yes, but number 3 is definitely one of my favorites. It says, you have the right to decline financing or a loan arranged by a used car dealer. You can pay cash or seek financing from another lender.
That is gold right there, and it's a rule that's also stated by the FTC.
I know you'd like it. Numbers 4 and 5, I'll just jump over momentarily. They basically cover your rights regarding written disclosures, lemon laws, and the rights to an FTC car buyer's guide that maybe our viewers didn't even know existed. The FTC has published a car buyer's guide.
Maybe people know, maybe not, but it's all good stuff.
Yep, check it out. You're really going to love number 6, Kevin. It reads, you have the right to refuse add-ons, and goes on to say, the dealership cannot require you to buy any add-ons as a condition of buying or financing the car at the offered price.
That is totally awesome.
What's more is that what every car buyer should know is that literally every state in our country has similar laws which essentially restate these words. In legal terms, it's called a tying sale, or less formally known as product tying. The dealership cannot require you to buy any add-ons as a condition of buying or financing the car at an offered price. This goes beyond cars because no retailer of any product can legally require anyone to buy any other product or add-on as a condition of buying something else. What do you think would happen if the general store said, we can only sell you razors if you also buy our shaving cream?
I love that analogy. And if it actually happened, the ensuing fight would be on the news that night.
Yeah.
Dealers get away with doing this kind of stuff because car buyers either don't know or they let them. The dealer says, it's already on the car, I can't take it off. That's total BS and is clearly against the law in most states. By law, in most states, tying is a form of price discrimination or deceptive pricing. Both practices are illegal.
Well, if I'm car shopping in New York, no dealer will get away with forcing add-ons on me. I'll have that Consumer Bill of Rights printed off and in my hand. Viewers may wonder, how did I know this document exists and was published on the nyc.gov website? To any of you asking that question, keep in mind that we assist car buyers from all around the country via email or text. New York is among the worst. But I also have a go-to website I use for quick access to consumer protection laws and offices in any state.
And that website is usa.gov/state-consumer. It's right here. There's a pull-down box to locate any consumer protection office in any state. There's even a handy phone number to call them if you want. It says State Consumer Protection Offices right in the middle. Just select your state from the pull-down menu and boom, you have access to resources for state laws that apply to you.
2 more states with frequently offending dealers are Florida and Texas.
Yes.
Since they come up a lot in our comment section by text and by email, I asked the editors to include the links and phone numbers for both these states' offices here for easy access. In Texas, you can reach a consumer protection hotline at 800-621-0508. In Florida, you can reach the Division of Consumer Services at 800-435-7352.
You know what's interesting about Florida? Soon enough, friends, you won't need a Consumer Bill of Rights. I said we had a major announcement at the end, and here it is. We are part of a launch of an all-new way of buying cars that takes a lot of the consumer headache away, so you won't have to visit a dealer, and Florida is where it will launch from first. So help is coming, friends. Just be patient until sometime after June 1st. It could be the 1st of June. It could be delayed until August, but it's coming, friends. And we are so proud and thankful that we never got into all the clickbaity stuff like the guys at Car Edge, formerly Yaw, are guilty of, because we had the privilege of being asked by investors to participate in the launch in this new process of car buying as a direct result of our honesty. You see, the CEO of this new venture is also an auto industry insider just like us and has a huge distaste for the dishonesty of so many dealers out there that he decided he had to change it. After looking at the 2 Yaw guys, he decided the Homer Guy team was the clear winner in honesty. So it's us, friends. We will be the ones to help bring this process to the masses and help revolutionize the auto business.
That's right. The day is quickly coming where Florida and customers from the surrounding states can buy a car without all the typical hassles. You won't even have to go to the dealer if you don't want to. And of course, it will rapidly expand into other states. For example, we see it expanding into all 50 states, perhaps even by year's end.
That's right.
It's going to hit the car market like wildfire. So hang in there, friends, until the second half of the year if you're in the market for a car, and we'll plug you in, Homer Guy style.
We are on an NDA at the moment, so we can't share specific details with you, but it's coming, friends. I'm looking forward to sharing that good news with our audience this summer, and that's just one of the reasons you should delay a car purchase until June or after. Inventory levels are the other reason, but this is a huge reason why you should wait. But we may actually be asked to put together a database for customers to get on the list early, and you'll hear about it first on THG. If this is something you're interested in and you want to be one of the first to know about it, shoot us a text to 701-441-3399 and you'll be notified first. If you love how easy it is to buy a Tesla, that's what we're talking about. A process that simple. You know how many times I've had people tell me they'd love to be able to buy a car from someone like me? Why? Because it would be fair and easy without a bunch of hassle, and this year we're going to deliver on that promise.
For our newest viewers, you can see how important it is that you don't miss any of our future shows, especially in the months ahead. So you'll need to subscribe and hit the notification bell. You can also connect with the Homework Guy team on Facebook. If you'd like more in-depth information on car buying and things to watch out for, please visit our website, thehomeworkguy.com. A lot of frequently asked questions can be answered on our website. When you get there, scroll down the main page to find tons of free downloads designed to help you get through the process of buying a car without getting ripped off. Lastly, if we've helped you save time and money finding a car, consider showing us some love by leaving even a small tip at any of the links you find in the description box below. You will also see a super thanks button just below the video. Thanks everyone, we appreciate everything you do for us.
All right, if you're new here to the Homer Guy channel, as Elizabeth just reminded you, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. Join our fast-growing group of subscribers and become a part of our YouTube family. Thanks everyone for coming back, and to all of our faithful subscribers out there, you guys rock. God bless you all. I'm Kevin Hunter, the Homework Guy, signing off with Amazing Elizabeth, the Homework Gal. The Homework Guy team is serving truth and justice and the car business. And very soon, we'll be part of an all-new process of taking care of car buyers without dealer hassles. I love it. We gotta go.